Well, it was a small sample size, 32 games in a shortened COVID-related season, but Riley Barber, 20 goals in those 32 games in his first year in Grand Rapids, and the end result, an all-star berth. And well-deserved. Riley, congratulations on what was a pretty solid season. Obviously, a great way to end it by being named to the American Hockey League's all-star team.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I mean, it was a great year. I couldn't have done it without my teammates and coach. Excited that I get a chance to do it in front of the fans next year.
Well, and it's not like you haven't always scored goals, so we can say small sample size, but not surprising. Although I think production-wise, probably your best years of pro. You scored 31 in Hershey a couple of years ago, but on a per-game basis, goals per game, I think it was your best year.
Yeah, I think it was a mix of a lot of things. I think our power play was really good. Players I got to play with, and also just some years, you know how it goes. You watched a lot of hockey. Some years it's all going in. Some years it's a little tougher. But I was excited to have the year I had. And but in the game of hockey, it's only the last shift. So I'm pretty excited to get going next year and put this one behind me.
And we'll talk about that in a moment. But you mentioned to be one of the keys to success in scoring goals. And one thing I made the comment, dude, you got a shot, man. I mean, that's a National Hockey League shot for sure. Obviously all those hours in the driveways you pointed out to me, paying off. That's where the hard work really does come in handy, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have two younger brothers, and my youngest brother's a goalie, and we didn't give him much of an opportunity to player. We could, and when I was younger, I was just obsessed with shooting the puck, and loved to score goals, and that kind of carried into college. It's something that I love to do, but it's also something I put a lot of work in. And when you're looking back on a year or, a couple of years and you can see kind of your hard work pay off a little bit, it definitely feels.
I don't want to put a hex on you, but, you and I were chatting just a moment ago. I'm looking forward to being back, watching you, what we think will be potentially a 50-goal season. No reason to believe you can't get it done, a full 76 game schedule.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that would be a great feat. I mean, I had a goal when I first came into playing pro was to get to 20 goals. I did that. I got to 25, and then I got 30. So I think my first goal for sure is just to get that first one next year and then go from there. But no, I'm excited to come back, and I'm sure we're gonna have a great next year. And exactly, there's no reason that you can't do it. If you don't believe in yourself, it probably won't happen.
Well, one thing that's missing from your resume right now is that first National Hockey League goal. A lot of people were intrigued by the Red Wings signing you to a 2-year contract, so therefore you'll be here next season and hopefully get a chance to play some games in Detroit and get that elusive first NHL goal, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's my dream to score in the NHL, and get that opportunity. I think I'm going to have a great summer here in Michigan and get myself ready for next year. And, whatever happens, just take a positive mindset into it. And I'd love to get that first one.
I know all you guys are looking forward to some time off because it has been a crazy last year and a half, whether it be on the ice or off. I know the boat will be waiting for you. You'll be on that thing quite a bit to doing some fishing, summer activities. Of course, you live over in the Detroit area. But I know you're chomping at the bit, Riley, to get back at it and enjoy Grand Rapids, where, I know you've played in some of the best American League cities, Hershey, Laval. You still haven't had a chance yet to quite experience Grand Rapids because everything was more or less shut down last year.
Yeah, exactly. I got fortunate enough to play in Hershey and, go to the finals and play in some great cities like Laval and Montreal. But, I can't say enough great things about Grand Rapids, even, in the COVID restrictions. I had a great time. The city is awesome, the ability to be close to home and family, but also, you can get away and go out west to Holland and places like that, and go just kind of be away from the game for a day after practice. I think that's pretty cool.
And you mentioned Montreal, 9 of your NHL games were there. Obviously, what a thrill that is to play at the Bell Center, put that Canadian sweater on. But in those 9 games, no goals. Did you happen to see tomorrow night? Of course, as you know, they host the Leafs in Game 6. They stayed alive with a win last night. The tickets are going from, because they opened up the building now, they have like 2,500 fans. Tickets are going from anywhere between $2,000 to $12,000.
And I think it's great for the game. I think, to have that kind of buzz. And, Montreal is such a hockey city, and I had such a great time playing, putting that jersey on. I actually played against Detroit at the Bell Center with my parents in the stands. And it's just something I'll never forget, just having the opportunity to throw on that sweater, and especially, start my career off with Washington. I'm looking for that elusive Red Wing jersey next year, and I'm hoping to win.
Former Miami of Ohio product. We're going to get a chance later in the summer, Riley, to check in with you, a little more expanded interview with you, get to know you better as we get ready for what will be the 25th anniversary season of Griffins hockey. In the meantime, I want to just finish off with talk about a personal note. Your dad played in Kansas City when I was there for a brief time back in the 90s. Don Barber, NHLer. Your mom, who has survived breast cancer, 8-9 years ago. I want to check and see how she's doing these days.
Yeah, she's doing great. Especially with, I just got a house down in Plymouth, and, she's enjoying decorating it for me and doing those kind of mom things. And my dad, great. He loved his time in the NHL and passed down a lot of little tidbits from definitely Kansas City, his time in the minors for me. And he's helped me out tremendously over my career. And, I can't thank him enough, both of them.
Well, we thank him too. Don and Stacy Barber raised a good one in son Riley. Riley, thanks for all your contributions this past year, and obviously in a difficult season, but boy, you made the most of it, and certainly it created a lot of excitement for Griffins fans here in Grand Rapids.
All right. Well, thanks so much for having me, Bob, and can't wait to see you up there next year.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Riley. Thanks again. Have a great summer.
Yeah, you too.